So again, it's going to be immediately apparent. I'm going to turn my audio up just a little bit. As soon as we hit this, the cutscene's going to play. Right? So, Alan Wake 2, does it work? Let's see.
Mr. Wake, we're taking you back to our field office in Bright Falls. You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Don't worry, hon. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David. Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well, if you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
So there was a little hiccup. Just a little bit. Interesting.
Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Oh, fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare. It doesn't make sense.
Hottie and the janitors. That's a Control reference, by the way.
I remember.
Hey, false. In between with Mr. Door. Interesting.
We have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake, one of my all-time favorite writers and guests on the show. He's here to talk about his latest book. And as usual, our house band.
Late Night Initiation 1.
Fuck. Was I on a talk show tonight?
Waking up in places.
And then there's the
we don't know how
Vikings,
I got there.
which is
It was out of
Thor and
control.
Odin.
I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids.
Okay.
Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
So, to answer your question, Paul, the audio issue we have is in the cutscenes, the audio stops and then it picks back up. It did hiccup in that cutscene, but it seemed to catch up almost immediately. So it might be fixed. We'll have to wait till another cutscene to see if it is fixed.
I felt a strange
But,
pull toward the TV.
Yes, Alan, I know. But that's the issue we're having, was where basically we'd open a cutscene and it would get to a part, stop for like a certain amount of time, and then it would restart wherever it stopped, which means that everything was like off timing. The whole entire game would still play, but just the audio would be broken. But the reason why I wanted that audio not to be broken is because we've heard one thing that's really important, and we just saw something that's also kind of important. So the thing that we heard that's important is her husband said that her daughter could have drowned. Now, the reason why that's important is, if you guys remember the last time we played this, the waitress at the diner said that her daughter had already drowned, which is interesting. The second thing we noticed is, if you remember when he was sitting at the table before this scene, he was wearing a black and white flannel. That is the same shirt he wore in American Nightmare, which leads some credence to me that he might still be in the dark place, or if he's not in the dark place, he's stepped out for a little bit. But if you remember who the antagonist of that was, it was Scratch. So I'm sure we're going to figure something else out here. But yeah, that's the audio issue we're having. Hopefully it doesn't keep breaking. If it does, we'll just move on. But I'm very interested in this story. Yeah, they got pictures of all sorts of people. But let's see the TV. Yeah, we're going to see Scratch.
Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down.
Yeah, there's a lot of since the first game, they've been doing a lot of actual like FMV stuff.
Man. It is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
So does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, I sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man! That is spot on! Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta indeed.
Overlaps.
You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the
The structure of the reality you build in the book, fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan?
Mmm.
Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope it's as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return, perhaps. Man, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. You have to expect them to disappear once this scene ends.
Interesting.
Hello?
Okay. So the audio doesn't seem to break there.
Something's not right here. I needed to get home. To Alice.
So hopefully we've got it fixed. Let's continue on. But like I said, this is why I want to play this game, is because it's so interesting. Because we're playing with the idea of reality here, where we're never quite sure when Alan Wake has stepped through like an overlap to view reality for a little bit, and how much of this is just all in the dark place, right? So I don't know. It's just, I really want to play this game, but I hope it just sticks with Old Gods of Asgard. I hope it just sticks with us. What is this? That's just a broken floor. We don't have a flashlight or anything, so... But yeah, I'm excited to keep playing this, but hopefully it just doesn't mess up on us.
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story.
But what's also interesting, too, is if Scratch is involved, this is the first time we haven't seen Scratch... Well, we haven't engaged a whole lot with it, but it's the first time we haven't seen Scratch basically remark on his handiwork. Because Scratch in American Nightmare threw it up in our face every chance he got. So...
Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
665. The neighbor of the beast. That's good. That's a good joke. I like that. Mr. Door.
I was a mess. I had never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Interpretation of Many Worlds by Casper Darling. He was, I think he was in an episode of Night Falls, right? Or not Night Falls, what is it called? Night Springs. There's Bright Falls, which is the physical location, and Night Springs, which is the show. I think he was in one of the Night Springs episodes. I'm gonna steal that for a podcast name. I'm sure you're probably not the first. Let's say. Okay, we need a code.
Hey! I think I've been locked in. Anybody?
Fuck. Now I have to find the code myself.
Okay.
Great.
So we gotta figure out where this code is. Maybe it's 665. That would be hilarious. But I think it's a 4-digit code, isn't it? No, it's 3 digits. It's 665. Nice. The neighbor of the beast. Okay, yeah,
There was something here. A broken transmission I couldn't quite make out.
Okay, so we're
What
still
was
in the
that?
we're still in the
message?
writing room, it looks like.
Impossible to say.
But again, I'm running off the assumption that the Alex Casey saga, that area, I do not think that's real. Him interrupting my force. Oh yeah, no, that's the thing is like I want to let him talk because he's telling a interesting story. So, but yeah, no, he talks all the time. That's part of the storytelling in this game. Why'd that light turn red? Why is everything shaking?
There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
There we go. It just said scratch. So scratch is also it said it didn't just say the ritual to be born.
I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar. A ghost of a memory surfaced about riding here for countless days.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna get his own mind place, but it's the part of the cabin where he writes. Interesting. And see, he's got his own board.
Mapping out a story. These cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far. But other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread.
Yep.
I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
But say the same thing 50 times. Yeah. Oh, how do you like your Fatal Frame 2, by the way? I tuned in right as like you were ending the stream, so I didn't really get to catch much. But I was working my way through the VOD. How are you liking Fatal Frame 2? Because I know you said you're a big fan of 1. So, talk show. At the talk show, I thought I was home in New York, but but none of it felt right. I was trapped in the dark place, a nightmare beyond our world. Writer's room was my safe haven. My writing affected what was outside. I was trying to write a story to escape this place. The story was called Initiation. The story I wrote, I projected myself out to look for a way to escape. I had tried many times, failed. This place made me forget. Everything Dor had said had felt true. What was that part of my writing or coming from somewhere else? The dark place, trapped, you must escape. Read me, beware, Scratch. Alice. Okay. Okay. Follow you into the dark. Definitely more tactical in regards to ghosts have 2 different zero. Yeah.
Keep writing.
Yes, I know, Alan, you have to keep writing, but I wanted to explore your mind place.
I didn't remember much, but I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep-sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
We have a great show for you here tonight. We'll treat all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. The actor who has given his face to the famous detective in the...
Oh, that's meta.
And of course, we have Alan Wake here. The best-selling writer, the books, the films are based on. Let's do this!
So I think Sam Lake is the actual name of the guy who lends his face to Alex Casey, but also Max Payne. So they're referencing the developer of this game as part of the universe, as person who played Alex Casey. That's gonna get real confusing real fast.
Welcome back to the show. So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
That's the Max Payne face.
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sort of mystery.
That's great! Murder Case Casey! Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah,
more.
meta is an understatement.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
Okay, so that's what Wake needs to find. He needs to find the lamp shaped like an angel. His facial expressions, yeah. Sam Lake, so far as I know, Sam Lake's a very cool dude. But yeah, he's the face of Max Payne, which I think is what Alex Casey is a reference to. But the face of Max Payne, I think even the voice of Max Payne may have been from Sam Lake originally. So when he says it's getting meta, it's not even telling you half of it. So this is talking about the developer playing a character who is being referenced in this game as a separate character who's helping this character in a meta sequence, right? Like, that's a lot of threads all going in some different directions. So okay, has the number changed, or is it still? Looks like it's still 565. So the number did change. Interesting. Did the book change? No. But maybe at some point we'll play through the Max Payne games. Okay. So we're looking for a lamp shaped like an angel. That's a new thing we've learned. We didn't go up this way before. Guessing we can't. Yeah. But I also really, really love the actor for Alan Wake, even from like the first game, just the way that he talks, the way that he interacts, especially when we meet Scratch, dude. Like his versions of playing Wake versus Scratch are so crazy, dude. It's so well done. Which again is why I'm hoping this game stays working. Okay, so we didn't get attacked here. That's different.
Hello?
I adore the acting series, even though... But the thing is the goofy elements need to be there to kind of, like, add some levity to the weird seriousness of a lot of the other parts. So, I think the goofiness sometimes fits. Hey, it's Audie. This is the janitor from, Control.
Ah, Lorraine! There you are, Tom. Oh, not
he thinks
so
we're
much
Thomas
evil,
Zane.
That not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other. Good to see you.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
The more cooks, the worse the soup.
Have we met
Interesting.
before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What's in the
What do you
basement?
want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katoppa kun a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own X.
Okay.
It's in a shoebox. In the basement where you left it.
Oh, that would be the clicker.
Safe as in the Lord's purse.
Okay.
Here's the key.
Thank you, Audie. Do you know how I can escape?
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
Interesting. Okay. I was not expecting Audie to be actually in this game. I expected it to be referenced. Okay, map. Okay, so we're here. And we need to get here. So we have to go out this door. Okay, I see. Now, can we unlock this door from this side? Looks like it. Interesting, okay. From a distance, he looks like William Dafoe. I guess kinda. Okay. So the basement is that way, and we can't go anywhere else. Use the key. There's the map again.